Hello everybody, it's Rhonda. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Saturday Morning Mates and Two Crafters, One Design. So, Two Crafters, One Design theme this week was buttons. And if you have followed me, you know I love buttons and I use a lot of buttons in my little crafts. So today I want to show you a few little button cards that I made using the Arala Ha Me Shop. And I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but most of you will know the little cards when I show them. So first of all, what I did was use some of the little button cards and made these. These buttons here are some from my stash, and that is how I did those. I did run some thread through the buttons and then I glued them on here. Now some of them I actually sewed through the card. These here, and these are the little gem, well, these little buttons here. They are from Hobby Lobby. There was a bag and they had that one, that, and some more different little kind of shabby chic looking buttons, but that is where those came from. That little flower down here is one from, I'm pretty sure, the Dollar Tree. So these, and you can put these in your journal. They are thin enough. This one here, all I did was ran some thread through the buttonholes and just wrapped it around this little card. And the back is kind of messy, but if you're going to use it in your journal, you won't see that anyway. This one here, I am pretty sure these are some of the older buttons in my stash. So I sewed these on, and then this one, and then this was one from a long time ago, but I just added some buttons on a button card. And that was that. Another way I use my buttons is when I'm doing like little dangles. Um, these little buttons here, there's a little daisy button and then a little bumblebee. These have, this is a little ladybug and it's a button. And a lot of these little charms, here's another little button. I am going to be destashing. I'm going on vacation next week, so maybe the week after I can get back to trying to get some things sorted. Another little ladybug. And most of the dangles, I will add them on one of these clips like that. And then here's another way I use my buttons. And I probably showed these last week before I even knew that the theme for Two Crafters, One Design was going to be buttons. But just using little scraps of fabric. This little button here, I think I sewed it all together. Flat enough to put in your journal. This one here, just a little piece of old fabric and added a little yellow button. And these are old pins, and that's how they are made. And I did show this one using buttons on your paper clips to add to your journal. These are some little pieces of fabric that I use my die cut and cut some circles and use just some fabric that went together, added a little button, and that's these. And I believe I showed these last week. Also, this here, just a ruffle that I added buttons to. I showed this one, I believe, and then this is one that I made for this week. Just a button and a little word. This here. And then I did show some of these last week, but I made a few more. I don't know which is which, but and then last week in my journal I did show this one where I just took fabric and sewed buttons and made a little flip. And then using buttons on the paper clips and just attaching them to your journal. This is just a little cluster of buttons on this paper clip. And I didn't get to work in my journal last week. I wanted to do this page here. I started. My little grandson has been in heaven. I think it's 13 years this year. So this was a page that I am trying to put together for him. I did add butterflies on the other side. And if you know me and you know the story of my grandson in the butterflies, you would know why there are butterflies over there. But this is all I have for this week. But I want to thank Jill for Saturday Morning Makes. I want to thank Lisa, Melissa, and Gloria for Two Crafters, One Design. And today is a busy day for me also. I'm going to a funeral. One of my friends, one of my best friends, mom passed, and she was 92 years old, which is a blessing. So I will be doing that. I will be picking up my sister, and hopefully I can work in my yard a little bit, because next week I will be gone, and so I won't get to do anything because we are going on spring break, and I just wanted to take a vacation. I want to stay and work in my yard, but I want to go on vacation too. So I guess the vacation is probably going to be better for me. But I want to thank you again for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. And when I get back, hopefully I will be doing um, some destashing. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and I will talk with you later.